you and me, we have been Indian students ever since our class 1, and we all have this tendency of putting a gun on our head and saying exam कब है और उससे कितने दिन पहले से तैयारी शुरू करनी. We actually move backwards from our exam date. उससे पहले हमें मतलब ही नहीं होता. तुम NIT में थे, मैं IIT में था. CFA, beyond just giving you a global brand on your resume, which makes your skill set and intellect recognized. I keep giving these examples, and you check my YouTube videos as well, and you'll see this example being very common. That the Rinku Singhs and the Mukesh of this world would never have come to the limelight, even if they would have had the bestest of skill sets, which they had even before IPL, by the way. Right? Managing pressure situations and going for the kill and all that. They already had in their domestic arena. But nobody gave a damn about them, yaar. Nobody. Even today, if I ask you a general knowledge question, Monish, that do you know Rinku Singh? You will say yes, sir. Then I'll ask you which IPL team he plays for. You will say, sir, yeah, sir, KKR. Great. Then I'll ask you which domestic team did he play for? And you would have no clue. And that is the power of brand. That brand immediately, Monish, it actually lets go all your past, which might be in tier 2, tier 3 kind of pedigrees, and you to have a very good pedigree of NIT. But I'm even telling about the tier 2, tier 3 colleges, right? People from those colleges, all that gets out of the picture as soon as you have CFA. Because that is a validation that you are not just passionate about something, but you have also taken your passion one step ahead and have converted that into a meaningful brand on your profile. That is number 1. Theek? Number 2, yaar, what you should know, that Monish, you are at early stages of your career. Which means today you might be very pumped saying I want to become a quant analyst, right? Because your peer and friends around you, your seniors around you might be encouraging you to do that. And that is in fact a beautiful profile, by the way, right? And as an engineer, you would find a lot of relevance and overlap with a lot of analytical courses and mathematical courses which you would have done in the past. But humankind is prone to changes and for rightful reasons. So you will also, Monish, evolve in your journey. आज से 5 साल बाद हो सकता है आपको बहुत कुछ अलग ही अच्छा लगे. Then the power of CFA is here, that it opens up all the opportunities for you. So you don't need to fret over कि अरे भाई ये शुरू तो किए थे क्वांट से, अब मजा नहीं आ रहा है यार, मेरे को तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग में ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट आ रहा है. अच्छा भाई, अब कुछ और करना पड़ेगा. No, it is truly an all-rounder course, which means that यार it will teach you every facet of finance, such that tomorrow you decide कि अगर पिच घूमने वाली है तो तुम बॉलिंग कर सकते हो और 5 विकेट ले सकते हो. पिच फ्लैट है तो तुम वहां शतक मार सकते हो. Right? So hence, you then decide what you need to do basis the conditions, rather than you becoming obsolete or redundant in future just because your interest levels are now diverting towards something else. So I have seen quite a few of my peers who had been into investment banking, made a switch towards equity research, hedge funds, portfolio management over the career progression. Then you have my living example who started with a finance background, right? I don't remember me not taking a course in IIM Indore which was not related to finance. Every damn course I took. I cleared all the 3 levels of CFA in the first attempt while I was doing my MBA. Right? Got an amazing offer first as an intern in JP Morgan Chase in Bombay, and then as a PPI or a pre-placement interview offer after my internship from them. Got an offer from Goldman Sachs, but later realized that I can leverage myself more in consulting and business domains because the base knowledge is the same, which is an analytical base of being able to analyze the business and take calls for the future. And I made a seamless transition towards consulting. That is also a domain which opens up. So it is not just finance and its various subdomains which opens up. You can actually make transitions outside the finance domain tomorrow if you will. Why? Because you as an individual, Monish, you will evolve. And that is the second power of CFA, which a lot of people discount or they don't know. A lot of people, just like you were mentioning quant analyst. A lot of mentees come here on this call and they say, sir, हमको ना investment banking में जाना है, which is great, supremely rewarding career in investment banking. But tomorrow, either because of your changed interest or basis your a change of your context, which means you have gotten married and you have kids now, etc. You want to spend more time with your family, etc. Then you very well can make transition into roles which are slightly less burning on your work-life balance, right? Versus now fretting over and getting cold feet, saying कि अरे भाई अब तो कुछ नया करना, right? So I think these are the 2 perspectives, Monish, you should know. The only catch here is, Monish, that sometimes as individuals we believe कि अभी हम MBA कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद कर लेंगे CFA. अभी मैं CA कर रहा हूँ, उसके बाद कर लूँगा CFA. Like in your case, you would say कि हाँ यार अभी जो है मैं एक IMA का कोई प्रोग्राम कर रहा हूँ, उसके बाद कर लेंगे CFA. The beauty, Monish, is that CFA is so conceptual and logical that if you really have internalized the why of CFA, which means कि हाँ यार ये तो करना ही है, it is like a make or break for my aspirations and ambitions in the financial domain and make or break for my financial career. Then once you have internalized this motivation and this thinking, then yaar the how of CFA, Monish, is very simple. All it needs is 90 minutes of your time investment, just 90 minutes of your time investment for 6 months. That's it. So don't fret over, Monish, that you will write it next year, when will you write, February you will write, May you will write, etc. Because there is no point putting a gun on your head. I am a big disbeliever of this fact that putting a gun on your head is of any merit. Unfortunately, Monish, you know, you and me, we have been Indian students ever since our class 1. And we all have this tendency of putting a gun on our head and saying exam कब है और उससे कितने दिन पहले से तैयारी शुरू करनी. We actually move backwards from our exam date. उससे पहले हमें मतलब ही नहीं होता. तुम NIT में थे, मैं IIT में था, राइट? बस वो N और I का फर्क है भाई. वहाँ पर भी वही मस्ती चलती है, हमारे यहाँ भी वही मस्ती चलती है कि एग्जाम से भाई एक हफ्ते पहले पूरा कैंपस जागता है कि भाई अब पढ़ना है. उससे पहले किसी को पढ़ाई की कोई मतलब नहीं. Why? Because we have been trained to mug up, vomit. Mug up, vomit. This has been our pedagogy all throughout for 15-20 years of your academic life. Unfortunately, Monish, with CFA it doesn't work. And number 2, it just ruins your journey towards this beautiful career path which you are planning to make in this world of finance. Instead, what you should do is start the preparation. With your background and your current standing, which is your financial job which you're already doing, you will find a lot of contextual overlap already. मतलब कोई चीज जो है ऑटोमेटिकली एक होता है ना यार कि जब आपको पता होती है चीजें तो यार जो है एक जर्नी स्टार्ट करना इजी हो जाता है. Number 2, यार what I have done, Monish, I have put together this entire curriculum in 100 hours of beautiful conceptual video lectures, which are easy to comprehend because focus is on concepts. Number 2, I have brought in lot of practical examples into each of the concepts which I have been teaching. So that way what happens is that when you learn, say, monetary policy, there is a talk about, what Nirmala Sitharaman or RBI would have said in this regard. Similarly, when we talk about a concept of LBO, which is leveraged buyout, where companies take large amount of debt to, acquire a poorly performing company and then turn around and pay off the debt and then make a lot of money. We take example of Elon Musk acquiring Twitter. So what happens is that it is not just the concept which is discussed, it is lot of practical implication of these concepts, number 1. Number 2, wherever required, we pick up Excel as well to explain you these concepts because Monish, you are already in this domain that यहाँ calculators नहीं चलते. यहाँ पर तो you have to put it in a Excel which can then be shared with your manager, with your peers, with your clients, right, for business decisions to happen. So I will teach you even those aspects. So when you learn NPV or IRR or cash flow or bunch of other concepts, I'll also walk you through Excel implication of that so that you're also getting job ready. And number 3, we will solve a lot of examples so that how these concepts will be applied in the exam, you get a flavor. So with all that, Monish, your preparation becomes a very smooth sailing ship, such that you don't have to fret कि अरे यार अब सर ने तो बोल दिया 1.5 घंटा निकालना है. But अब 1.5 घंटा जब खुद से निकालना है ना, Monish, it becomes difficult. Why? Because you'll have to flip pages, you'll have to decide the sequencing. Then if you are stuck somewhere, then you are stuck. Then you say अरे यार अब नींद बहुत आ रही, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Versus if there is someone who is just ensuring that the ship is sailing every day, step by step, you will realize just by spending 90 minutes on a daily basis, right? Just in 3 to 4 months, your entire curriculum gets over, right? Because the roadblock is not hit, right? You are asking something, Manish?
Yeah, all the 3 levels or level 1?
No, level 1. एक level की बात कर रहे हैं, right? And I'll also tell you about the 3rd level, why I will not even focus about level 3 in this discussion of ours today, right? So first level gets over in just 3 to 4 months. And how much did you invest? 90 minutes. So all your psychological roadblocks, कि अरे सर अभी तो ना मेरा गोल्डमैन सैक्स में काम बहुत रहता है, या सर आई एम इन दैट एज ग्रुप कि अभी मुझे थोड़ी मस्ती भी करनी है, राइट? सर इतना पढ़ाई तो कर रहे हैं इंजीनियरिंग में, तो आपको सर पता है 4 साल की पढ़ाई होती है, कॉमर्स वाले तो 3 साल में पास आउट कर लेते हैं, तो आप थोड़ी मस्ती भी कर लेते हैं, एक्सेट्रा. इवन विथ ऑल दोज फन एलिमेंट्स एंड टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट्स बीइंग इन प्लेस, you will very easily be able to make forward motion. That is number 1. Number 2, yaar, after these 3 to 4 months, once your curriculum gets over, Manish, you get 6 mock exams. Each of these mock exams you attempt 1 every week, right? These are very close replica of how the exam is going to be there, wherein you will have questions, multiple choice, online exam. You will be given real-time score so that you get to know how you have performed. You'll get to know which sections you're doing well, which sections you are not. such that you can, and all of these have detailed solutions by the way, so that any place you have got it wrong, you don't have to fret कि अरे यार अभी कैसे करना है. You have detailed solution. You go back to the lecture series and revise those topics where you are not doing well, because you have 1 week gap between 2 mock exams. So one mock to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. 6 weeks, which is approximately 1.5 2 months, your entire revision and your mock exam preparations are done. So let's do the maths. 4 months for your curriculum to get over, 2 months for your revision and mock exams. 4 plus 2 is 6. Over and out. Friends, if you have reached this far, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you liked this session, right? And I'm sure it would have given you a lot of insights of how CFA can help you flourish in your career. Please share this and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any updates. Thank you again so much for attending this entire session. Bye bye. Thank you.